come up the hill. It's all sagebrush country.
Right.
When you get up on top of the hill, there's no trees. It's just sagebrush, cactus. Pretty barren landscape. No town there, no houses. But I noticed something strange is when I was driving through there was this one tree growing way out in the middle of a field. And I'm a forester, and that really got my curiosity. Why is this one tree growing all alone out there? And what kind of a tree is it? So I parked and I walked out into this big field, this pasture, through the sagebrush, and it's an apple tree. And it had been there for quite some time. And I didn't understand why there'd be an apple tree there. So I started to hike around the area, and I noticed other evidence of old homesteads and things like that a little further on. And up in the hills behind me was the remnants of an old sluice that used to carry water down from a stream up in the hills on the other side of the highway. And the name of that community that used to be there was Walhachin. And it was a thriving little community. A group of immigrants came over from Europe, and they had orchards growing there. They built the sluice to bring the water in. And I don't know the exact population of the town, but it was under 200, or about 200 people. And when World War I started, and there was a call to arms, Canadians volunteered from all parts of the country, very patriotic, a patriotism that we don't see anymore. And in the town of Walhachin, they managed to raise their own squadron of men. And every able-bodied man, and I'd say some were probably underage, they went off to World War I to fight. And very few of them survived. They were almost wiped out to the last man over in Europe. And Walhachin as a community collapsed. The women that were left moved away, and it's no more. But when you drive through that country there, if you look close, you can still see the remnants, and you can still see that apple tree growing out all alone in that pasture. Now, if we flash forward to today, we have veterans that have returned from Afghanistan, and they're living in their town, whether it be Calgary or Toronto or Halifax. And just down the street from them is one of the people that were actually shooting at them over in Afghanistan, living on a full public dole while he's struggling to get his veterans benefits. That's a pretty crazy thing. And, you know, the hypocrisy today that's going on, the censorship, there's some pretty bad things going on in our society, Glenn, and I'm pretty concerned about it.
Yeah. And
that's why I get back to my original statement. You know, would I join the military today? I'd have to think long and hard about that, because, you know, I would go and fight and lay my life on the line for the right reasons, but I don't know if those reasons are correct anymore.